Brandon Odoi, footballhotbed.com. Listen, just got done with Canes Media Day. Look, it's hot down here in Coral Gables, but more importantly, I think what's heating up is this quarterback race that we have here between Malik Rosier, we have Evan Sheriffs, we have obviously N'Kosi Perry, the freshman, and also Cade Weldon. Coach Mark Richt, basically today, we thought we were probably going to get closer to figuring out, hey, listen, coach, are you ready to choose a quarterback? He said after the scrimmage, it might be time to start narrowing things down and making something happen. But today, he said he slept on it, he went to church, he thought about it. Patience, long suffering, now that's the message, because what's really going on in Coach's mind based on his comments today to the media in the press conference that we had was that he's thinking every single time he's giving these freshmen something, and they're still installing the offense, they got one more install on tomorrow, their growth is measurable. And so with Evan Sheriffs and Malik Rosier, they've been in the program for a while. They have incremental growth. It's smaller. So coach wants to continue to install, continue to give them opportunities, because who knows, you may find something, a gem with these guys, because again, these two veteran guys, which have looked better, they're doing well because obviously they know the offense. These younger guys are still learning. Cade was here in January, and N'Kosi just showed up a couple months ago. So it's an interesting thing that has kind of been thrown in. To me, I think we're going to see veteran march out there for the first game against Bethune-Cookman. I don't think you're going to see one of these other younger guys take the first snap, but Coach made it clear today it's going to be an open competition. There won't be a such thing as the guy. There will be an ongoing competition. They're not going to be locked into one thing. What we saw from the media viewing period today, the receivers are phenomenal. I mean, they looked great. The freshmen, obviously, Harley and his cohort all look really positive, and they look strong. They look big enough to play. DJ Dallas, the whole group down there. But the older guys, the more senior guys, Amon, you're talking about Braxton Berrios, Malik, and you're talking about guys like Langham and those sorts of dudes. Those are the guys that Coach is putting emphasis on as far as being 4 to 5 guys in the room. You know, we talked to, the assistant coach for wide receivers, and we asked him, we say, hey, listen, coach, when it comes down to everything that you're looking for, you're going to go fast pace. How many guys can you trust? Because you're not going to be able to sub a guy in and out of the game. And coaches said, listen, plain and simple, it's only 4 or 5 guys right now. So that was very telling, even though freshman guys had great scrimmages. When you got a chance to look at the quarterback position, that's all anybody wanted to talk about. I talked to Travis Homer. He's talked about increased focus now that he's going to be the backup to Mark Walton. And so it's a situation where you have a lot of dynamics on offense. This team is expected to be pretty good if they can find a quarterback who can give them a solid play. On the defensive side of the ball, Coach Richt barely got any questions. Only the last question in his press conference was about the defense. He singled out Chad Thomas, said, hey, the guy is great. He can do great in football and music, but he's focused on football right now. He made sure a point to say that. A lot of people ask Chad all the time, what are your passions? Which you like more? He talked about it today. He said, look, football got me in college, got me out of the hood. Football is my passion. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm focused on. And Coach sees that and knows that. He's focused on being a better leader. Shaq Quarterman, obviously the outspoken young man, the sophomore linebacker, he continued to be outstanding today. He looks slimmer, fit and trim. He's going to be a guy that's going to play faster. It's going to be impressive. I got a chance to talk to Pat Bethel. He's on the depth right behind R.J. McIntosh in a situation where he's ready to contribute. He's put on 20 pounds, so look for him in that depth, along with Anthony Moten, who's going to be right behind Kendrick Norton and R.J. McIntosh. And on the edges, you already know you have Mr. Jackson and also Mr. Chad Thomas. So that front line is worth continuing to discuss, and they feel like they're the best in the nation. The linebackers are who they are, second-year guys now, and they got some depth behind them and guys that are pushing them, so it's going to be interesting to see how that develops. Safety is one of the things I wanted to focus on, talk to Coach Banda. He's relying on Jaquan Johnson, the leader, the consummate professional. He comes out here every day. He's the same guy in practice. It's going to be him and Redwine right now. These are two guys that played together at Killian. Redwine's making the switch over from cornerback. The transition is going well. Jaquan is being that guy that's bringing him along, and then you have other guys in the room that are continuing to step up. So Coach Banner knows he's got some things to deal with. Going back to offense for a second, Coach Hartley knows he has a challenge at tight end. That's where the depth is a little bit scary on this team. You have Chris Herndon, who's going to probably be in the All-American contention, first round, second round draft pick if he decides to come out. And then you got everybody else. You know, Michael Irvin is trying to get better. He took 4th string reps in the media viewing portion. I don't know where he is. They say he lost some weight. He's trying to get back up. You know, he was ill. We don't know what it was, but that is a depth of concern. You got a true freshman playing, and then you also have another young man who's a walk-on who is getting increased reps. And Coach Hartley said, listen, if we didn't have Malik at the tight end position, we would be in trouble. And so that's going to be something to watch as the season continues to progress. I think you're going to scheme and watch around that weakness because you have such depth at the wide receiver position. But those guys look good. The team look good overall. We just don't know what's going to happen at quarterback. Stay tuned to footballhotbed.com. Subscribe to us. Stay tuned for more coverage on the website. For now, I'm Brandon Odoi. JT Wilcox will be on the website. I'll have breakdowns from Media Day. It was a hot day. We were mostly inside. But as you can see, signing off from Coral Gables, it's a hotbed world.